Hey everyone, Josh Hennick here. I want to check in with you about a topic that I think gets neglected a lot. And a lot of times you'll see, whether it's news stories online or different people talking about things, about people's diet and exercise and fitness. Coming into the summer season, a lot of people are very self-conscious now about how much they weigh and about their fitness. And one of the things that gets forgotten about a lot is one of the major three macronutrients. For those of you who may not remember, macronutrients are the three major nutrient groups that are important to your diet. And that is protein, carbohydrates, and fats. And a lot of people are getting enough carbohydrates in their diet. That's usually not something that's very hard to get with the American diet today. Fat is something that, if you have the right types of fats, it is very important for you for hormonal balance. But protein is usually the macronutrient that gets forgotten about. And the reason that is because of the major issue when it comes to people and remembering to include protein with every meal. The U.S. Food and Nutrition Board recommends that a sedentary adult get about 0.5 to 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. That number doubles and triples for teenagers and young adults who are still developing and growing into their bodies. Well, the big problem with that information I just gave you is the term sedentary. There is nobody in the health and fitness industry that recommends anybody be sedentary. So in turn, what is recommended is not matching with what you're being told, because we're being told that we need at least 60 minutes of activity every day for a healthy lifestyle. So when we add all these things up, you look at the fact that what's recommended to us is not enough protein. Most Americans are getting way more carbs in their diet than protein. Then we're expected to be active on top of all this. So how do we handle this? 3 steps. All you need. No special program, no special diet, no special anything. No. 3 things. You do this, you're on the right path. The first thing is eat protein with every meal. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. You're going to have a snack, eat protein with that too. Make it a habit as part of your life to make sure that with every meal you're getting enough protein. Because what happens is the more protein you eat, the more the body is able to activate protein synthesis. And when you activate protein synthesis, what happens is the body will take less nutrients and turn it into fat storage and use more food for energy, for muscle stabilization, and functionality. So, step 1, eat protein with every meal no matter what. The second thing is getting quality protein. And the reason why you need quality protein is because people don't understand that a lot of times what they think is healthy and good for them really isn't. A perfect example of this is products like yogurt and cheese. For those of you who love your yogurts and cheeses, you may forget to actually read the ingredients label. Come to find out, there's very little protein in these products. Some of the cheeses on the market today are made from cheese food or dairy byproduct. So really, you're actually not getting real dairy. You're actually getting manufactured things that are supposed to be similar to it. So as a result, you really don't know what is actually in the product. This is why a lot of nutritionists and health professionals recommend, for example, if you're going to want to have dairy-based proteins, if you're not going to drink milk, you should have protein powders. Protein powders are great because a good protein powder has about 24 to 30 grams of protein per serving. And a good protein powder from a good company is going to give you a good punch of protein that's going to taste good as well. A product like MTS Nutrition, for example, machine whey, good protein, and you can get it in multiple flavors. Flavors like peanut butter fluff, cookies and cream whey, chocolate vanilla, banana cream, no bake cookie, so on and so forth. So you don't have to suffer through this protein shake. You can even get a flavor like key lime pie or red velvet cake from MTS Nutrition as well. And the third most important thing you need to know is don't be afraid of protein amount. We've all heard of people who say, oh, too much protein can make you sick and give you kidney problems. But the truth is that in order to eat that much protein, you're going to need to get 300 to 400 grams of protein a day. The average American doesn't hit 100, okay? And I say that because if you look at it based on the numbers, according to studies, the average American gets about 0.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. And most people do not weigh 300 pounds who are trying to eat healthy, unless you're some crazy bodybuilder, and then, well, good for you, man. But the average person who's trying to eat healthy is in the hundreds range, or they're in the 200s range trying to get down to 100. So that means that that person is trying to eat a certain amount of protein, but they're actually cutting in half what they should be getting. Your real goal should be getting to 1 gram and 2 grams protein per body pound. So as a result, you think you may be eating too much protein, but you're really not. So next time you go, whether it's go out to eat at home, if you're looking at the burgers, you're looking at the chicken breast, you're looking at even drinking some extra milk, having some extra fish, whatever it may be, even putting an extra scoop of MTS Nutrition whey in your shaker cup, whatever it may be, don't be afraid of that extra protein, because that extra protein is going to help you in the long run. And there may be a reason why you're craving that protein. Many people forget that cravings are the body's response to an internal need. And the mind is trying to process the response. That's why sometimes if you're craving something, for example, like chocolate, your body actually needs calcium. And it associates chocolate having calcium because there is, for example, maybe 1% of, daily value of calcium in chocolate. But the body also likes chocolate, so it says, well, I want to have something I like and I want to have something I need, so why not put it together? That's your brain trying to process through things. So as a result, if you're like, man, I really want a little bit more chicken, it's okay. Give in, indulge, because a little bit extra chicken is actually going to do you some good. Just like a little bit of extra lettuce isn't going to hurt you either. This is Josh Hennig. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this information helpful in trying to have the best diet and health for your life. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. Catch you next time.